Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge and welcome back to Farm Manager World, where we are back again at the lovely people's farm, and I can very happily report that last time we actually made some money, which is all very good news. We sold quite a lot of carrots and onions and honey and a bit of buckwheat, and we actually managed to make a little bit of money. I mean, not loads of money, we haven't made millions, we're not rolling around in huge big piles of cash just yet, but we made enough to kind of tide us over and buy some very important farming bits and bobs. So right now we've got 133,390 farm manager monies, which is actually okay. That's not too bad at all. That should keep things ticking over in terms of wages and maintenance and all that kind of stuff. However, we would have had quite a lot more had we not had to invest in all sorts of exciting bits and bobs over here in terms of machinery to cut all this stuff over here to get our colza and our buckwheat harvested, because these require big expensive machines, particularly the combine harvesters, which I think were about 170,000 money, so that was quite a big investment, plus, you know, the trailers and the little kind of funny baler thing and all that kind of stuff, so there was a bit of an outlay there. And then also we had to buy these, because we came to the time of harvesting all this stuff and we realised that we didn't have anywhere to put it all, so we had to buy some silos quite quickly. And yeah, we've got the four here, the four little ones, and then we have the one big one. Ideally, I would like to replace the little ones with the bigger ones, just because it looks a bit tidier, doesn't it? I mean, they're okay, but if we had, say, you know, four of these rather than four of these, it looks a bit better, and also they hold more stuff, so it makes a bit more sense. So I think over time we will try to do that, you know, get rid of one of these, maybe get rid of two, and then replace it with one of those. But yeah, so they were quite big sort of outgoings of money, particularly the combine. However, right now it's looking okay, but it is coming up to winter. I mean, okay, it's sort of gone autumny / fally right now, but winter will be here soon enough. So all this is going to kind of stop. This will not do anything. So we need to kind of plan ahead, and we do have a bit of a plan. We are going to call it Operation Greenhouse. And the idea is to have a load of greenhouses over here, because of course they just sort of work all the time. They work all year round and it's all good. So I think now that we have a little bit of money, plus we are going to get some more money coming in, I think, yeah, we still do have some onions to sell on. There's a little bit of honey to get rid of. And I think we've got peas. Hang on, have we got peas? Or did I sell those? I can't remember. We got peas? Oh, is it just pea? Oh, it says pea. It's not peas. Have we got peas? Maybe we sold all of those. Hang on, tick time on. Oh, no, there we go. No, 2,704 of them. I'm never quite sure what these measurements are in. I assume that's in like sort of kilograms or tons or whatever. And these are sort of in individual jars. I'm never really quite sure. But we've got quite a lot of peas to sell and also a few onions. So maybe before we begin Operation Greenhouse, which is going to live over here, I think, let's do some selling, shall we? Let's go to here and sell on what we've got. So we've got, yes, the price of onions has completely crashed. I think, how long are they going to be around? If we leave it for a little while, we could possibly sell them on at a later point. So maybe that's what we do. Okay, we'll leave the onions. I did notice, actually, that onions are down here on the biggest things that have completely crashed in price, which is brilliant. Yeah, I'm glad we grew those. So, yeah, maybe keep our hands on those for a while. Let's maybe just keep those for a bit. Okay, what else was there? So we can't sell, by the look of it, the peas right now, because they've not been moved over to the farm owner's house. However, we could sell a little bit of that buckwheat, and in fact it might be worth doing that sooner rather than later, because the price of that is coming down. So, okay, sell all of that, and do you know what? Do all the honey as well that we've got. There we go. Right, so that's going to make us about 8 grand, which is okay. That's fine. So do that, and there we go. Another little bit of money comes in, which can go toward Operation Greenhouse. Right, okay, so let's begin Operation Greenhouse over here by checking out exactly how big the current greenhouses are, because there are two types, I think. There's a regular one, and then there's a big one, but we haven't done what we need to do to unlock the big ones yet. So how big is a regular greenhouse? I think they come under the other category. So there it is. They are 5 grand a piece, and they do cost a little bit to maintain. Got to, employ quite a lot of people to polish the windows and get them nice and clean and such. So yeah, 250 farm manager monies every month on maintaining these. So it is quite a big expense. And okay, right, they're not actually as big as I thought they were going to be. Okie dokie. So I think what we're going to do is, if we have, let's just get a road, and the road can just run all the way up there. So maybe at some point, that road is going to carry on into this part of the farm, but we haven't bought that yet. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. So that can carry on up there. And then this bit here can be our kind of greenhouse area. I mean, ideally, at some point, we do want to get the bigger roads kind of going out that way, just so we've got a bit of a better transport network around the farm. But that'll sort of, yeah, that'll be dealt with at a later point. When we buy this bit of land here, that will be fine. We'll sort that out. So over here, how are we going to do this? So go to here, get us a greenhouse. And I think what we'll do is, why is it? Oh, okay, no, I was thinking it was red, but no, it's not red. The doorway thing is red, but the actual greenhouse isn't red. So I think, yeah, if we put that just there, so we can have that road coming down here maybe. Although we could potentially put another greenhouse there. Although maybe actually we could put a warehouse here to store all of the various kind of bits and bobs that are going to come out of the greenhouses. Or put something else there, I don't know. So we're going to go here, look. So put one there, and then another one there. And then I think what I'd like to do is have these ones sort of facing those. And then have a road coming through here. So get us a nice paved road like that all the way through. Bring that round like that. And then that can connect up. Okay, so now they can get to those. And then I do want to have a house set aside for people to work in these. The only thing is, I don't know exactly how many people can work in a greenhouse. So I think, yeah, let's get them built first. Here we go, all the people doing the little rooftop building dance. There we go. Right, so get them done. I don't quite know why they're using so much cement to build a greenhouse and not much glass, but okay. Right, they're all done. And it takes... Okay, we don't get a clue about that. We're not quite sure. Also, we could potentially, if we put a water pump nearby, we could get these all connected to the irrigation system and then have them all irrigated. Now, we did put a pump in over here, but we've not sort of done the irrigation stuff for the fields because yeah, they're going to switch off for a bit soon when it gets too cold. They're going to deactivate, so it'll be a bit of a waste of money for now. But maybe over here, that would actually be quite a good idea. So I think maybe in the middle over here somewhere, maybe, yeah, if we're going to have another road coming down here and down here, where's the best place for a little pump? Because, yeah, they are $5,000 a piece, but they do cover quite a big area. I'm surprised they're not covered by that. Oh, it's only just short. Look, it is ever so tiny bit short on there. Never mind. If we put, say, a pump here, that does cover quite a big area on this side of the farm. So if we put a pump there on that corner, like that, boop, that needs some power, that gives it power, that's all fine. And then down here, we can just put a lot of nice things. We'll just put a lot of lovely things. And then, yeah, that should be able to sort these out. So we should be able to, I think, yeah, there you go, $2,197, but that will then be irrigated. And that means that the humidity will always be perfect in our greenhouses. Although it is quite the expense to get it up and running in the first place. Okay. No, this is all good. Right, now we need a house. Now we need to get a house. So, yeah, I know there's a house over here, but some people in there are doing other things. So how about we get a house for permanent employees? Do you know what we could do? We could put that just there and then have some nice stuff in front of it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go like that. Put that in like that. They've got the pump behind them. And then we need to connect that up with a road. But we're going to have a proper road. Even though it's a bit more expensive than gravel tracks, it makes them go quicker. So there you go. That's quite important. And then out the back here, decorative. Let's put a nice decorative thingamajig. How about... oh yeah, one of these things. These are quite big. And I quite like these. Yeah, we'll pop one of those in. Like... that sort of at the front, and then can we have a flower pot thing at the back? Do you know what? We can have multiple flower pot things. There you go. That's quite nice. That'll be okay. And then, yeah, we've got a bit of a gap here to fill in as well. I wonder, once upon a time, there was like a big sort of gazebo type thing you could build in the previous games. of Farm Manager. There was like, it was like a big sort of round covered thing that would fit quite snugly into that gap. But I don't know if they've got one now. I'm not quite sure. Okay, never mind. Right, we won't. However, hang on. Is there a bench? Oh, no. Bother. I thought there might be a bench because there's a fence. So I thought you could have a little kind of fenced off bit here just to look pretty. And then have, say, a little lamp and some benches and some plants. But no, there are no benches. Okay, that's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Never mind. How about then we could make a little park. Let's try and do that, shall we? So I think, the fence is snap. So that's okay. So we'll have fence, then a fence and a fence. I realise this is actually expensive. And we don't need this. Where's the door to the house? There's the door. Okay, so opposite the door to the house, we're going to have a gap in our little kind of garden thing. And this does help, I think. I think they're inspired by their environment. So they're going to walk out here and go, oh, that's very pretty. I'm much happier now with everything. And then we'll have a nice light in that corner. And then, I think we might need to do this in stages because this is going to be really expensive if we don't. But so we've got these sort of flower beds. So we could just have these around the edge. So how about we do that like that, and then we'll have one there and one there. And then in the middle, we can put a tree. We can have a tree, a normal tree, it says, which is making me suspicious. Why are you saying it's a normal tree? So you could pop out there and... Okay. That doesn't look like a normal tree to me, again. That looks like a tree that's been stepped on by a giant and is all flat. I assume that's going to grow at some point. I hope it does, because that looks a bit weird. Okay, fine. Right, there we go. Right, greenhouses. Yeah, look at that. We built these. Remember that? We're putting this one with these. Okay, what do we put in the greenhouses? So, we are going to, change that, actually. Yeah, we want to get proper manure fertilizer in these, which I assume is the best. Again, I don't really know. I'm not quite sure, but I assume it's got to be better than the chemical one. It says it's better for everything, isn't it? We're not going to try and use as few chemicals as possible. I mean, okay, yes, we are doing spraying and such. Although, maybe over here, we could grow organic things. Because, we can have sort of bio stuff. So maybe we could grow some bio things in here. Now, I'm thinking, where is it? I mean, this is exciting. We could grow some peppers. That might be quite fun. And we are going to have a lot of greenhouses over here, so it's going to be fun. But I think to begin with, let's go for a classic. Let's grow some tomatoes. Nice and simple. Nothing complicated. No change due to the new field. The next crop you receive penalty due to selecting the same type of crop. So do we crop rotate tomatoes with something else? That removes multi-harvest or perennial plants. No, again, no, because, that doesn't make any sense, does it? Because once a tomato plant is in, it'll just keep growing stuff. And it's 2 people. 2 people can work in one of these greenhouses. Okay. Now, what do we need? Remind me, game. To unlock the thing. Unlock a large greenhouse. Have 2 greenhouses with planting completed. Okay. So not quite there yet. So we need to get these planted. So I think we go for 2 lots of that. So 2 lots of lovely sort of bio tomatoes. We'll go for that. So 2 lots of those. So that's quite nice. And then over here, let's tick the sort of, the bio button again and go for, I quite like the idea of these. Grow some peppers. And maybe we should do it in pairs. Although you don't, it's not very, you don't make very much from these. I wonder, can we organise it by how much money we make? Like, what's the most profitable thing? Hello, and agave make quite a lot. They do make a lot, don't they? That makes 16 grand. As opposed to blackcurrants, which would make 2. I mean, that's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Really? 2,000 for all those blackcurrants. That's not very good. Watermelon seem okay. I mean, tea doesn't make that much. Tea doesn't make that. Hang on, how much would coffee make? Tea makes 2,737. Come on, tea. Come on. Be better than the coffee. 2,700. Have that coffee. the tier's worth more because, yeah, that's an indicator of how much better it is, obviously. Okay, maybe let's look for something which is, fairly profitable. I think maybe growing this is going to be a bit weird because that we wouldn't. Why are we growing these things? We're in Europe. We're not going to start growing like agave stuff in our greenhouses. We're going to go for something which makes an okay amount of money. I mean, kiwis? Again, a slightly odd thing to grow, isn't it? Pineapples. Okay, do you know what, though? I am tempted by growing some pineapples for 15 grand a time. Do you know what? We're going to do that. We're going to do that. Let's get ourselves some lovely pineapples. Is that a good call? Yeah, do you know what? Yes, we've done it now. And we're going to grow pineapples again. That's fine. And then in here... hang on. That's... Oh, hang on a minute. What's that one? That's tomato. I thought I clicked this one. Hang on. No. We're going to change things. I want those two to... Oh, no, that's the wrong tomato. That's the wrong tomato. I want a lovely bio tomato. It's weird they call it bio. It's a bit weird. But yeah, it means, it's the nice one where we don't use any chemicals and such like. So yeah, well, that's tomato. Change that one to be something else. So we've got pineapples next door. What shall we grow here? I mean, the tomatoes don't really make very much at all. In fact, bio it, thank you. The tomatoes don't make very much, but the plan is to maybe turn them into something else at a later point. How about delicious strawberries? That's quite good. I like a strawberry. I feel like we should have like rows of those, though. I feel like we should have quite a lot of those. Spinach? Red beans? Oh, they're quite good for the soil, aren't they, red beans? Pumpkins. Pitaya. Okay, that's something I've never heard of. Pitaya, okay. Prickly pear, pomegranate. There's so many exciting things. There's so many things. Parsley. Could go back and do something classic like onions, but we've got a field growing onions. Kiwis, guava. Do you know what I think? Let's double down, shall we? Let's double down. So we're going to have 2 lots of the lovely sort of eco-friendly tomatoes and 2 lots of lovely organic peppers. That's what we're going to have. And then we need to get some people to actually go and look after them. So let's see if we can get any people around. We're going to call this... We're going to rename this house. Let's call it Greenhouse. It's going to have to be Greenhouse House. Greenhouse House 1. It's the Greenhouse House. And we're going to move you, Alice Phillips, because you're quite good at working with plants. We're going to move you and to relocate you to Greenhouse House. You can go to Greenhouse House 1. And I think, you should be in there now. And you can work in here. Do we assign you a particular place? Do we tell you where you're working? Or are you going to run out and do that kind of a thing yourself? Stays in Greenhouse House 1. No, I want you to go into the greenhouses. Now, I'm fairly sure in the previous games, you could say who you wanted to work in the things. You could say who you wanted to work here. So yeah, allow automatic manual work, which implies that you could have non-automatic manual work and actually pick who you'd like to work there. Okay, right, we'll sort that out in a second. So manager, go down to... Oh, no, it was right where we were. Hang on, go to hire. Who have we got that's good at working with plants? Okay, Mila Robertson, you can go into Greenhouse House. I think that's 2 people. We'll have Harley Hall. You can go into Greenhouse House. Harley Hall sounds like a lovely place to visit. Sounds like a nice place to go. Darcy Mason. Okay, we were talking last time about getting somebody in to operate the machinery and such. So I wonder if... Yeah, do we get you in? Michael Watts, you're a bit cheaper. Let's get you in. You can go into House for Permanent Employees number 1. However, we're not going to allow you to do manual work, and we're not going to allow you to use machines. You can just drive machines. You can be the tractor man. So Michael Watts, you are doing tractor stuff. That is now your job. Welcome aboard. And we might possibly get Darcy Mason in as well, just to drive the tractors around. So you can go into House for Permanent Employees 2, and again, you can just do that. So hire use. We are hiring quite a lot of people. I'm aware of this. This might be a terrible idea. Okay, so now I think over here, you 3 are all planty people. And this needs manual work. Of course it does, because we can't do, you can't bring a tractor into a greenhouse. That'd be a stupid idea. So how do we tell you guys, if we run time on just a little bit, how do we tell you guys to get that sorted? So like over here, not growing. Okay, so do we need to hang on? Right. I think what we need to do is also, do we want to take these off? Oh no, we need to buy the bio versions of these, don't we? There's bio versions. Oh, that's going to cost money. That's going to cost money that we don't really have right now. Botherations. Also, we do need to check what temperature we want all these things to be. So the tomatoes, I think we up the temperature of that greenhouse to 25 degrees C. Nice and comfy in terms of heat there. That's okay. So that's sort of in the middle of their temperature sort of requirements. And again, yeah, put that up to 25. That's a good idea. And then over here, I went for pineapples. I thought we went for two lots of chilies. Okay, we're going to change that. I want to do it in pairs. So 2 lots of jalapenos. Although we want the bio ones. Dearie me, there we go. Lovely organic ones. And yeah, the requirements for that are 15 to 35. Again, so up that to 25 and up that to 25. Okay, so that seems pretty good. And then these folks over here. So Alice, I don't want you to use machines and I don't want you to drive machines because you are working in the greenhouses. Now, I don't know if we can assign people. Oh, hang on. Yes. Is that a little... Can we assign somebody to do that? Choose work type. They're going to be assigned to work on the field. I kind of want them to be assigned permanently. We want them to go and do that like forever. Like that's their greenhouse. I'm fairly sure the other game let you do that. Fairly sure previous versions you could assign certain people to the greenhouses and that's what they did. That was their job. But okay, you're not doing anything with machines, and you, Harley Hall, you are also not doing anything with machines. Okay, so are you then going to run out here and do some greenhouse stuff? Yes, okay. So there appear to be... So Mila Robertson and Harley Hall, Eliza Harding and Alice Phillips. Who's Eliza Harding? I'm fairly sure she came out of that building. Who's Eliza Harding? Hang on, what? Who's Eliza Harding? Eliza? Where have you come from? Also, what's that telling us? Machine is busy. Oh no, I've clicked on the field. No, that's fine. Hang on a minute. Who is Eliza Harding? Lives in House of Permanent Employees 1. Oh, okay. She doesn't... Oh no, I have to scroll down a bit. Okay, right, that makes perfect sense. I mean, you're an orchard person, though. You're like a sort of an orchard specialist. We don't really want you to be down here in these because you're not going to be as good. You're supposed to be, looking after the trees over here. 185 days left. Let's not look at that too soon because that's going to take ages. I don't know. Can we assign them to a particular thing then? I don't know if we can. Maybe that comes later on. Maybe that's a thing we have to unlock. Sort of, like proper assignments or something. I don't know. Right. We'll move time on quick and we'll keep checking this. Here we go. Look. Isaac Goodwin, you can go into Greenhouse House. So we'll hire you to work on some nice greenhouse stuff. And that is kind of it. Okay, right. Not too many people around at the minute, but okay. Isaac Goodwin has just vanished. Isaac, where did you go? Did I relocate Isaac? Have I relocated Isaac somehow? No. Isaac? Where's Isaac gone? He was there a second ago and I thought I clicked. And now he's gone. Isaac, come back to us. Isaac, are you in the room? Isaac is not there. Okay. Why is that? What's happened there? Maybe the only thing I can think of, I'll have to watch this back and really put it into slow motion. The only thing I can think of is that I clicked on it, I sort of double clicked too quickly and I've clicked his name and it brought up his sort of profile thing. And then I clicked again and I must have clicked on fire or get rid or lay off or whatever it says. I must have sort of hired him and then immediately fired him mere seconds afterward. Brilliant. Sorry, Isaac. That's not very good, is it? I do apologise. Okay, Joshua Baker, you can come back in. And we'll do that and that. So there you go. We'll do that before you're even hired. And Alice Burns, same thing for you. No machines, just manual work. Thank you so much. Okay. So now they should run out to here. So we should have, how many people in there? 5 out of 8. But now I think people are toiling away in all of our greenhouses, which is very good indeed. And yeah, to stop these people doing stuff, I think we... But yeah, manual work though. I think manual work also means when they... Is it when they get in the back of the machines and do stuff? Does that count as manual work? I'm not really sure. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I don't want you lot. You lot are the field people. You lot work on the fields. These people here work on greenhouses. That's what I would like. So really, I don't want you to be doing that, Jaden Bates. I don't want you to be doing that kind of thing. Ethan Cole, no manual work. And then we want Henry, no manual work. And Molly, no manual work. You're not doing anything like that anyway. That's all fine. Eliza, yeah, you're working on the tomato, so you'll probably come out of there in a second. Emma, no manual work. There's probably an easier way to do this, but I'm doing it this way now. Arlo Miles. And the last person, Michael Watts. Oh, you're already set to that anyway, because yeah, you're a machine person. Okay, so let's see how we get on now. So yeah, we've got ploughing in progress. This is all very good. Okay, let's look at maybe selling some stuff. Let's sell some more things. Right, peas. Up 1%, we can make 41 grand from peas. Yeah, okay, I think we do that. And also, sell that honey and that honey. Okay, we haven't got that much coals of honey to sell on, which is a bit of a shame, but never mind. And also, yeah, can we sell... Let's sell that buckwheat before the price plummets even more. So we can make 63, almost 64 grand from all this. Do you know what? Throw the onions into the mix. Let's just get them done as well. We could sell some straw or some silage if we wanted to, because yeah, we are making the silage. That's what we're doing. So we'll sell all that stuff for now. That gives us some nice cash to work with. That's good. The colza honey price is skyrocketing. Okay, sell that now for all of 92, which isn't very much, but it's better than nothing. Do we sell the silage? It's hardly worth anything. Okay, we'll just leave them to sort of stockpile that. That's fine. We do need to, though, buy the bio antifungal spray. This is going to be expensive. So I think we buy 200. In fact, no, they're only small, aren't they? The greenhouses won't need a lot. So buy 100 of that, and then buy 100 of that, and 100 of that. There we go. Right, so money comes in, money goes out. But right now, 120, nearly 123 grand. That's not too bad. That's okay. And yeah, stuff is still ticking over here. That. Oh, they're getting they're putting colza into that field. Okay, they're finally getting round to that. There's 14 days left until that colza is done. We've got ourselves some lupine over there. 57 days until that's done. And then, yeah, over here, got some lovely, lovely carrots. I think maybe, can we alter this now? Because I think you get more money from the organic stuff. I think you get more money from that. So possibly, do we change those peas to be, hang on, there we go, bio peas? Because that's just fine, isn't it? You get more money from them. I know it's a bit fiddlier, but I think we'll do that. And then, can we have bio carrots? Where are they? Yeah, we'll have bio carrots next time. So we'll do that. So carrots for now, they're going in. It's all fine. So bio peas, then bio carrots. And then we're going to have to get rid of these carrots because we don't want it to repeat those carrots again. So I think we'll do that. And then over here, we'll do the same kind of a thing. So yeah, can we change those onions to... Let's just do that quickly to say faffing about. Onions there. And then... Can't change the crop out this time. Oh, because it's already going in. Okay, right. So we need to fiddle about with that at a later point. And can we do that over here as well? and just have bio, like organic everything, because it's better for the world and everything else, isn't it? So yeah, maybe we go to here. So the coals, can we change that? Are we allowed to change this already? So this is buckwheat. Yeah, so bio buckwheat. And then, do you want to demolish the field on which the coals are grown? No, no, sir, I do not. No, I do not at all. We'll put bio buckwheat in. There we go. So coals are to bio buckwheat, but then yes, we need to change these around a bit. Okay, but that's fine. So we can work on that as we go along. And then we're going to get different types of honey, I think, as well. We're going to get more profitable honey, which again should be quite a nice thing. Right, okay. Operation Greenhouse is sort of okay. It's looking pretty good. We need to get some more people in. We need 3 more workers to maximise all of this. But I think if I press the right button and sort it out properly, we should be okay. Have we got any people that can do any of the work we need them to do? No. Nobody's applied for a job who is good at plants down at the farm. People are good at animals. This person can work on machines and things. Nobody very good with plants. Maybe we can possibly change that. Can we get some more people in, please? Also, is it worth doing this? Is it worth doing the irrigation system thing? So 2,200 money. Do you know what? I think it is. I think it is. Let's make these greenhouses fancy greenhouses. There we go, like that. So install that onto those. That's good. So they're now fully irrigated. So the water is going to be what we need it to be. So if we run time on, autumn has come. This is harvest time for most crops and the last moments to work in the field before the first frost sets in. Okay, right. I'm expecting that humidity value to creep up a little bit. Should that not creep up? Maybe, I don't know, maybe because there's nothing in there yet. They've not sort of cultivated the soil. Maybe because that's not ready. There's no humidity, possibly. I'm not quite sure. Whatever the case. Right. So these are in. Let's check our people. Anybody good at plants? Yay, you are. Okay, Rory, greenhouse number 1. You can do manual work. We need 2 more people. Oh, come on. Where's all the... Everyone's good at orchards, driving tractors, packing boxes and things. Can we just have people that are good at plants? That'd be great, wouldn't it? That would be brilliant. Oh, okay. What's the issue here? What is the problem? Not enough resources. Tomato seedling organic. Oh, right. They've not been sort of delivered yet. I imagine that'll sort itself out. I don't think we need to order those things in. I think that should just sort of happen. Okay, but that's fine. Right, that we'll keep an eye on that. We'll make sure that goes away at some point. No resource order straw. There is no resource order in the nearest warehouse for straw. Okay, show me. What does that mean? I'm going to press fix. Warehouse resource orders. Oh, I see. So we're taking this out of the warehouse and putting it into here. We're taking it from the barn, are we? Is that what we're doing? I don't fully understand that. But we've fixed it, apparently, so that's good. Yay! Is this good? I don't know if that's good. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Right, let's check that these are working properly. Just want to make sure that we do get those seeds in. Because everything else, we don't order the seeds. We don't order the seeds in. They just sort of get delivered. I'm assuming, are you delivering seeds? Does it work for everything else? Oh, no, they're sorting the soil out in there. That's fine. Again, just a quick check on people. Anybody good at plants? Yay, the final 2 people. Okay. Right, greenhouse house number 1. Allow manual work. And we've reached the staff limit. You can increase it by completing a training course. Oh, we're at 25 staff. Bother. Okay. We might move one of these people. Daisy Wells. You've got 1 out of 5. Would you like to relocate to Greenhouse House 1 and you can just do manual work? There we go. So over here we should have 8 people that are all good at working with plants, which is going to affect the harvest when they harvest all the things from here. If we ever get anything planted. because at the moment, progress does appear to be quite slow, shall we say. Let's say it's taking a while. And okay, maybe we do need to order the seeds in. Do we need to order the seeds in? This is confusing because we haven't ordered the seeds for any of these things. They just they know if they're putting down, say, buckwheat into a field, they know that they need to go and get some buckwheat seeds ordered. So is that different for greenhouses, possibly? Ah, right, okay, I might have figured out what the problem is. So if we come here to the market and then go to buy and search for tomato, we don't get any organic sort of bio options. It is just regular tomatoes, tomato juice, tomato seedlings. We don't get the bio options. So I don't know if maybe we need to unlock the bio stuff. Do we need to unlock that with one of our sort of training things? I really am not sure. I think maybe it's going to be under fields. I imagine it's going to be under fields. That's soil survey. That's maximum field size. That's orchards. That's greenhouses. It wouldn't be under production. It's not going to be under logistics, I wouldn't have thought. It's not going to be under machines. Staff, it's not going to be under there. Trading, would it be under there? No. And then general. Oh. Ah. Okay. Right. Organic farm certificate enables production of organic seeds. Have 1 seeds and seedlings production. Bother. Okay. So at the minute, we can't do any of the stuff that I've just set up. We need to get ourselves a seedling building thingamajig, which is one of these, so a production building. The only thing is, can we afford it? Where is it? Not enough money. It's 95 grand. Oh, right. That is potentially a bit of a nuisance, isn't it? Right, what else can we sell right now? Just to try and make a little bit of money. Okay, sell that. That's yeah, it's looking alright. We can sell lots of multi-flower honey. That's quite nice. Sell quite a bit of the colza honey. And that's kind of it. We can make 7.5 grand. Bother. Okay, for now, I think we have to abandon our plan. I think we need to go away. I don't want to demolish the field on which tomato grows. Yeah, it's all been sorted. The soil has been sorted out. We don't need to do anything else to it. We don't plant the organic tomatoes. We plant regular ones. I don't see why we need to go and demolish everything and start again. So if I put yes, do we just get rid of everything? We don't go back to the start. Surely we don't. Okay, no, it remains in there. Okay, good. Right, that's fine. So do that for the other one. So just here, change this, yes, to a regular tomato. Okay. Oh dear. That was a bit unfortunate. I didn't realise that was a thing that we had to unlock. Okay, and then just like that, turn it to a regular one for now. And then yes, and a regular one. Okay, right. So edit undo all the stuff that we just did. Because it's just not going to work, is it? So get rid of those things for now. Change these to just regular peas. There we go. Hang on a minute. Let me quickly undo the damage that I just sort of inadvertently caused. Although this actually hasn't been that bad. These fields haven't been affected, thankfully. So yeah, that's quite good, isn't it? Oh no, hang on. No, this bit here. So get rid of that. Change that to regular buckwheat. Thank you. And over here, change that to regular onions. Good old plain onions. There we go. Right. Okay. Right, at least we know what we need to do with that. At least that's now sort of clear, and we know that's the deal with things. Right, okay, marvellous. Runtime on, nice and quick. Let's see what we can do with the greenhouses. So, hopefully, yeah, the stuff can be delivered. And we know it's been delivered because there's no sort of nagging message now saying, oh, there's no seedlings or whatever. So, there we go, look. They're all arriving into here. They're grabbing all the other seeds and things. They can soon be planted. Then I imagine it's not going to take too long for tomatoes to grow. They don't take that long to grow. My only concern is, we've only got 76 grand. It costs us about-ish, probably a bit more now. Now we've got greenhouses and a lot of people working in them. It probably costs us upward of, what, let's say 30 grand. 30 grand a month in terms of maintenance and wages for everybody. So this could possibly mean that we've got, what, 2 and a bit months of money left to keep going. We need some income, please. I mean, this will raise some money. That'll give us some money. And in 40 days' time, that'll give us some cash. Plus, we can bail all these things up as well. Oh, that's what that was complaining about. There's no straw. I don't think there's any straw left to turn into the silage. Oh, there we go. Right, I didn't understand that at the time. So yeah, they'll go and sort that out. They'll generate some more bales. That can go back into there. That's going to be fine. Okay, now it implies that there is some straw. Do we have straw or don't we have straw? There's not a lot left. And now there's none at all. But there is quite a lot of colza in there now, which I guess is quite good. So yeah, we need to sell that on. Now, how expensive is that when we try and sell it? 20 grand for colza. I don't even know what you do with colza. I'm not really sure. Do you know what as well? We'll get rid of the silage because we're not doing anything with the silage. It's just sitting there doing nothing because we haven't got any animals. You'd normally give it to animals for food eventually, but we've not got any. So for now, we will sell that, which gets us over 100 grand. Okay, right, that might just about keep us going. And then we've got stuff over here. Oh, look at, they can see them inside the greenhouses. I assume they're doing the chemical spraying stuff. Yes, okay, right, no, that's fine, that's fine. I like how they're wearing proper sort of like hazmat suits. Walter White's in there somewhere doing some special cooking. Right, okay, so do we know how long it's going to take? Spraying in progress. 63 days left. That's got to be until it's grown. Not until they're finished spraying. That's quite a long time. That's like spraying one plant a day. No, it's going to be until it's done. So 62 days until the peppers are ready. Until we get our jalapenos. And then how much is it for tomatoes? 52 days. So still a relatively long time. Still quite a long time. But okay, hopefully that can sort of prop us up throughout winter. And just keep things ticking over. Because yeah, when it does get to winter, there are points where you just don't do anything at all. You just kind of sit there and go, right, no, nothing to do. So yeah, we'll have the greenhouses, growing a few bits and bobs as they go. And I think maybe, is it worth getting a few more greenhouses in? Just to possibly keep things going. Because the idea was this whole bit was going to be full of greenhouses. So I think, yeah, that would be quite a good idea. Although I've kind of broken the pattern with this bit. Okay, we'll put them going across here, look. I think let's get a couple more greenhouses. They're only 5 grand each, he says, only. They're only this much money. We could... Oh yeah, we could have one there, look. One like that. And one like that. And do you know what? Actually, we've got room for one just here. So let's put that one there. And then they can just take the stuff to that warehouse there. There's no point building another warehouse. So we'll have those 3. And then get a nice little track road running through there like that. Bit of room here to, I don't know, build something. We'll find something to put there. Flowers or something lovely. Right. And then over here, let's grow something a bit more fancy. Like, for example, pineapples. Can we grow some pineapples? Because that could be fun. Yeah. We'll have pineapples for nearly 10 grand, thank you. I don't know how difficult it is to grow a pineapple in a greenhouse we're in Europe. We're saying that our farm is in Northamptonshire. Not really renowned for growing pineapples, I wouldn't say, but there we go. So 2 pineapples there, and then when this is done, we're going to pick something else a little bit more interesting as well. Let's not go for, something boring like potatoes or whatever. We can grow potatoes in a massive field. This can be for stuff that is a little bit more interesting. So what do we go for? What's going to be just a bit, sort of a little bit different? I mean, kiwis? That could be quite fun. That might be a bit different. Peanuts, 5 grand. Pomegranates make quite a lot of money. I'm suddenly very tempted by pomegranates, thank you. Yes, let's grow some pomegranates in there. Oh, hang on a minute. Change the fertilizer type. We like to have the proper manure, not the sort of chemical stuff. There we go. Right. Do that, everybody. So these people should hopefully run out again and start sorting that out. Also, hang on. Install the irrigation systems like so. It's very expensive, but there we go. Right. Sorted. So hopefully they can get that done. And yeah, what are they doing now? Are they doing anything? You're having a bit of a snooze. Okay, do you know what? That's fine. That's fine. And look at that. Their happiness is boosted by the fact they've got a nice house, and also 15% boost to their happiness because of decorations. So, by putting these things down, I mean, okay, it cost a bit of money, and you might be thinking it's a waste of time, Penge, but no, the people walk past and they are jolly and happy because of the lovely garden that was set up for them with a very, very squashed tree. They love the flat tree to our people. Got a message. Fill 5 harvested. Oh, okay, good, thanks. We sort of knew that, I think, didn't we? Can we sell anything on? We can sell on. The rest of the colza for 46 grand. And let's do that now before it loses all of its price. And that honey as well, please. Sell all of that. Thank you so much. Back to 130k. Okay, that looks a little bit better, doesn't it? That makes me feel just a little bit more sort of secure about things. I don't think nobody's doing anything in these greenhouses. Why not? Also, the pineapples. The lowest temperature thing for a pineapple is 15 degrees C. I would have thought to grow a pineapple it would have to be quite hot. I don't know. Maybe that... Oh, hang on, I've not put the work mode thing on. That's why. But yeah, I would have thought a pineapple would require quite a lot of temperature to grow. But apparently not. Well, there you go. Who knew? And their lowest temperature pomegranate is 7 degrees. Up to 40. So yeah, we'll leave that on 20. Oh well, there you live and learn. You live and learn. Pineapples don't have to grow in quite as hot a climate as I was expecting them to. There you go. Fun and educational. Go Farm Manager World. Right. Okay. So that number there has just changed. Just moments before I was going to start speaking about this, that changed. But that did say a number that was around minus 40,000. So I think now our monthly outgoings are about 40,000 farm manager monies. That's quite a lot. That's very, very expensive. So right now, we've got enough money for 2 months of operations. We can get into the new year. We can see in 2026, and then we're going to possibly be in a little bit of financial trouble. Now, we do have this over here. This is hopefully going to be sorted out. So yeah, they're watering this. 15 days left until that, but oh dear. Right. Okay. You might be able to notice in the background that there's a little bit of snow. Right, what's this going to do to everything? That field's been fertilised, but they've not planted the carrots, because I assume they know there's not going to be enough time for them to grow. Same for that field there, same for that field there. Okay, right. Can we just make sure this doesn't die? Please make sure this doesn't die. I know it's still growing. We just need the weather to change. So yes, we've just gone into November. And okay, we're on 1 degrees C, which if you work in Fahrenheit, that is one Celsius above freezing. Naught is freezing. It is incredibly chilly out there. Very, very chilly. Not in the greenhouses. Lovely and toasty in our greenhouses. But yeah, it's quite cold out there. So before we wrap things up, I'd like to get this sorted. I'd like to get the lupine potentially harvested, if we can. I mean, it might come to the point where it's too cold and it dies off or whatever, but I'd like to think that we could get that sorted. And I was looking at this thinking, oh yeah, we could get some nice exciting things. We could get the soil survey tool thing done. It is 12 grand. But would that help us maximise our fields in terms of their soil potential, and then we can get more out of them? So there is that thought, but it's going to cost 12 grand. And right now, we don't really have 12 grand spare, which is a little bit of a shame. Also, I'd like to... How do we improve the people? How do we improve them? Because before, you could send them away on training courses. You go, yep, off you pop, cheerio, you're going to go and do some training. And they sort of came back with an improved skill point thing. So Jaden Bates here has the potential to work with plants. But at the minute, they've got no idea how to work with plants. They don't know how to do it, look. They're on a 0. So there was a bit we could send them away. We could train them before. But maybe that's not something we can do now. Again, different games, slightly different rules and such. But yeah, that'd be quite good. I think they're just sort of more learning on the job now. I think they're just learning as they go along. So if we look at, say, over here, Alice. So Alice has got 4% in plants. Okay, that's a bit disappointing almost. Mila has got 34%. So I think they are learning. They're just learning quite slowly, which is a bit unfortunate. But never mind. There we go. Right, how many days until this is done? Only 8 days. Come on, lupine. You can survive 8 days. Yeah, it's a positively tropical 2 degrees C out there. It's going to be fine. Please don't die. We need the money. Okay, wonderful news. The lupine has survived. However, we do have an alert on that field. What's the problem? Not enough space in warehouse. We need another silo. Oh. Okay, are all our silos full of other things? No. Hang on a minute. No, you can put that in the big silo. You can put the lupine in the big silo. Why are you assigning it to the teeny tiny silo when there's a really big one? That doesn't make any sense. We need that much more space in the warehouse small silo. Oh, maybe all of these added up are still not enough to hold all the stuff we're getting from here. Okay, right. We might need another medium silo, which we kind of did want to have, but I didn't want to spend the money on it right now. But okay, out goes another 2.5 grand, and that sorts that out. Oh dear. Okay, right, no, fine. This is all good. So there we go. They can now sort this out. They're getting the tractor ready. There's the combine harvester. Just, a bit of janky sort of driving through each other there, but that's all good. Right, here we go. So you can work your way along. Oh, look at all this. And I think we've just about got that in time. Look, the weather has very much turned. And yeah, we're losing quite a lot of our sort of bonus yield because it's so cold. It's so cold and so terrible. They're all sort of dying off. So this is we're doing about as well as we can, really. So there we go. Okay, drop all that stuff off. It's going to come over here. Deposit it in here. And it's doing it right for once. It's not driving through a building to do this, which makes a change. There we go. Pop that into the trailer. That's then going to drive off. Drive slightly through the trailer, but that's okay. They're going to do a little tour around there. And yeah, there you go. It's feeding into all of the silos. Okay, so we've got, I think, quite a lot of lupine. 47,000 whatever tons of it, I imagine. Okay. Now, the only thing is, the problem with this is, of course, that we now need to move the lupine from these things to over here, where we can sell it. And that's done by people with little baskets, which I do think is a bit obscure. So I think, yeah, there are quite a lot of things I'd like to get unlocked really, really soon. One thing is the bigger greenhouses. That would be quite fun. Another thing would be the soil inspecting thing, so we can make our soil even better. And the other thing would be the logistics building. Because I imagine with a logistics building, you don't have people, sort of carrying things around in little crates. You're going to have actual vehicles, like trucks and things, to move stuff about, which would seem a bit more sensible, because this is going to take forever. These poor people. Going to move all that stuff around. Okay, so I think we shall wrap things up with one final bit of selling. So, still got some honey, which is good. Well done, bees. Working away late into the winter, which is very impressive. We'll sell the silage because can't do much else with it. And we shall sell 6,000 lots of our lupine fur, nearly 9 grand. Do you know what? Yeah, happy with that. So do that. How much do we get for straw if we sold exactly the same amount as we do for the silage? Okay, so it does make sense to turn the straw into silage. It makes a little bit more money. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. So 23 grand, that gets us back over 100 grand. I think then, as a little treat to ourselves, we can do one of those upgrades. Now, I think maybe big greenhouses would be very jazzy, very exciting. We like a greenhouse, and the bigger the better, of course, but we already have some greenhouses. So I don't think we should go for that. The soil survey thing does seem very handy, but I think it's got to be this. It's got to be the logistics building, just to make things a little bit quicker. Because having those people walking from our house to those silos, and gathering a crate full of stuff every time, that can't be very efficient. So if we unlock this for 10,000 monies, I mean, that is quite expensive, but we'll do that. Then I think, yes, in 10 days' time, we'll look at sorting that out if we've got enough money. We might not have enough cash. We have got the lupine to sell on. But yeah, there we go. There we go. I think with that done, we shall wrap things up for now. And yeah, come back next time. I mean, yeah, we've not got long, I don't think, until the tomatoes are done. The pomegranates, and I imagine the pineapples. Oh, the pineapples are growing. The pineapples take 226 days. I hadn't checked the time it takes to grow such things. Okay, so they do make quite a lot of money, but they're incredibly, incredibly slow. Okay, right, possibly that was a bit of a mistake. Okay, we might change that next time. But yeah, so they're nearly done. Tomatoes are nearly done, that's okay. And the jalapenos, they're also nearly done, 20 days. So next time when we come back, we will get those harvested, which is going to be good. And then we'll try and get the logistics thing set up, just to try to make things a little bit more efficient around here. And then also, we'll maybe look at unlocking the soil inspecting tool thingamajig and maybe make our fields a little bit better with some high quality soil thingamajigs. But yes, we'll do all that when we come back next time. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on here next time out in Farm Manager World. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I'll see you next time. It's got spinny bits on it. It's got whooshy bits coming out of the spinny bits. Wibbly, wavy, round science cylinders. And there's the sun. I can tell that's the sun because it's the hot thing in the middle. It's not a good day for science. It's not a good day to be a scientist. It's almost like I shouldn't be put in charge of running a gigantic spaceship that is the last hope of mankind.